Hi everyone and welcome to this showcase on Tabletopia of the Gardens, which is the next game from Grail Games on Kickstarter. You'll have to excuse me for my English. I'm French and I might slightly at times, struggle with the British language. I'm going to showcase you a little bit of a game and basically teach you how to play. So in in the Gardens, you'll have to make your own version of Sydney's Royal Botanic Garden, and for that you'll use cards and you'll have your visitors visit your gardens and try to score as much points as possible. So there is different variants for the game, but I'm gonna mainly teach you the main way to play it. There is the components on the Tabletopia version to play the variants, which are mainly additional score tiles and landmarks, which are used in the landmark version. And to learn those style of gameplays, you can check out our draft rules that we've put online as well. So the Garden is a card drafting tile laying game. You'll pick the cards and you'll create your own version of the Gardens, as I said. It's played around 45 minutes, 30 minutes, from 30 to 45 minutes. It's from 2 to 4 players, so that's why you have this setup ready. And basically 10 plus players can easily play this game. Each player has the board. I'm going to show you the board right here. And you have this central tile, which basically acts like 3 cards, which are already on the board. And each of them has special features that we'll come back on. You have 3 visitors that will start on each of the sections, just like so. And each turn, you will place a card on your board that your visitor in the row, will walk to. And when they walk to it, you will score the point this way. So the cards, you have 3 type of different cards. You will basically play with 1 card face revealed for each player. So let's simulate that we have a 3-player game. So in that case, I have 3 B cards, 3 A cards, and 3 C cards. And just as you probably guessed, each of those sections they correspond to one of the rows on your board. So A goes on the top, B goes in the middle, C goes on the bottom. As for the cards in themselves, each round, because you'll play a total of round that amount to the round time you need to fill out your garden. Sorry, I'm struggling at times. So basically, you will have a completed garden at the end of the game. So that's the thing. And when every player has a completed garden, which usually happens the same round, well, you're done, and you tally your points and you see who won. So in this case scenario, we have 9 cards revealed. So on my turn, what do? I look at the cards available and take one. And to do that, decide how to do that, I must first take a look at the scoreboard, which is just here, which is will be your central piece in the game. You'll have your meeples up and ready to get some points. You have 3 main scoring tiles, which are at the top, and we basically decide how you score during the game. So in this instance, we have a scoring tile for trees, 1 for fountains, and 1 for benches. The trees will reward you when you basically land on a focal tree, what we call focal tree. So you have those ones, the yellow, red, pink, and palm tree. So if you land on one of those cards, every same trees that you've crossed, on your path to go there. So for example, I'm going to just showcase you really quickly. If I put my car here and I go there, I've seen 2 red trees, right? So I'm going to earn 3 points. That's basically how it works. For the fountains, if you land on a tile with a fountain, just like this one, you'll be rewarded for each stream, which is those type of cards that you'll have crossed. As you can see on the map, you have 1 and 2 stream on your cards, because as I said, the central piece act as cards, so they can be used to get some points. The third and final scoring tile, for the duration of the game, is going to be benches. Benches, they work a certain way. Basically, we don't have a car. Oh yeah, we have a car with benches. How convenient. The cards were drawn at random. So for the benches, when you set them up on your board, they reward you for every surrounding card. So diagonally and on the sides as well, and up and down. Yeah, I'm gonna struggle with this word in English, so I'm not gonna try. So yeah, you get 1 point for each of them. And for the streams, same thing. If you land on a fountain, you'll get 1 point for every streams you've crossed. And then you have 4 scoring tiles that basically correspond to the end game. So at the end of the game, on your row, on each of the rows, for each different trees that are there, you get some points. For the scoring stream, it's basically connected streams, so coherency. You have kind of the same thing with pathways, because you can see that there's some cards with pathways and you can break them, but you won't get points for them. And as you can see on your central piece, you have 2 pathways going out from the top and from the bottom. And then at the end you have statues, and statues are a little bit tricky. They're one of my favorite scoring tiles, honestly. We don't have one on the cards yet, but they show up on cards. And what happens is that if you have more statues than your opponents, for each opponent on which you have more statues, you get 10 points, which is massive. So yeah, basically that's how you score points. That's what the scoreboard is about. And as I said, you have additional scored tiles that will be available in the game that you can switch around on those boards. So like every game is a little bit different. So yeah, regarding cards, what's happening in my turn? So that's really simple. I take the cards, A, B, C, and since no one has chosen a card, I am the first player. I get the trash bin, the bin bird. Sorry, the trash bin, the bin bird with me. I love this bird, to be honest. I would love to see it in real life, because I haven't had the chance to visit the Sienese Royal Botanic Garden. So I have a choice. I can either pick one card from A, B, or C. The card I take will prevent me from taking additional cards from those rows. So technically, if I take I don't know, I want to play with those red trees I took earlier. You know what? I'm going to play with the pink tree because it has some pathways. I take it like this, and my visitor will move from the place where it is to the new spot, be laid down, because you know he has done his little walk and he's a bit tired, so he's resting a little bit. And I'm getting points depending on the card on which I landed. So in this case, it's a focal tree, a pink one, so I get 1 point because I just saw one pink tree on my travel. You know, you count the cards from which you start, the one you land, and all the cards in between. So I just get 1 point. I'll go for 1 point. The other players will pick cards. I'm gonna go random. So you know, beige is gonna take this card. Black is gonna take this card. And now it's my turn again. And now I cannot choose another card from the section C. So I have to go with A or B. And this is where you might start to witness the all the challenge of the garden, because it's a very peaceful game. It's really relaxing. It has wonderful art that I really enjoy. But it's a tricky game. You have to optimize your placement, and you have to really pay attention to what your opponents are doing, because it's open draft really, and you have sometimes to draft against your opponents because, well, you want to win. So I'm going to take this card just because I want to start a path, even though there's no path starting here, and I'm going to set it up right here. Why? Well, because it is a stream, so I can play with the streams, and you know, path can score a lot of points, as I've witnessed in some of my games. So yeah, my old guy goes there. He's rested, and then my opponents are going to take a card. So this one, he took a card in B, so he's probably going to take C. Let's go like this. This one took an A, so he's going to take B, and going to go like this. And I'm right. So as for me, I now need to take an A card. So, well, I have a lot of choice here. This doesn't happen often, but this is the same landscape. So I don't have much choice. I'm gonna put it there. But good thing, I've started a stream coherency, so I know at the end of the game I'll be rewarded for that. I move my pawn, I lay it down, and that's it. That's the end of the round. The other players will obviously take their own cards. They'll set up their own garden, and then it's a new turn. I pass around the first player. I just turn 3 new cards, and I'm gonna show them to you because they're really good looking. And that's how the game is played. It's really, really simple, but it shines through this simplicity because simple rules doesn't mean it's a deep game. It's a very deep game that I really enjoy, honestly. I just can't wait to play it more. So here we have new cards, and as you can see, things have shifted. And just an example, if I was beige, like player beige, I would definitely start with this card. You know why? Because I don't want my opponent to have a completed stream, especially one with a bench that will reward him with 1, 2, 3 points because there are 3 surrounding cards. So I'm gonna take this card. This is mandatory, and like the other player is like, oh, okay. What I can do is that I can probably take this one because in that case there's a fountain. It'll probably score some points. Like if I go like this, I'm pretty sure he will have scored some point here and some point here because there's a stream in the middle. So every time he lands on a fountain, he gets 1 point. And here I am having this C. There's a statue, which is cool because at the moment, when I pick this card, I'm the lead regarding statues. But I might just get catched on that. So this is all the tricky part. So just to show you guys, I'm flipping the. Oh, I've selected multiple things. When I put this card here, my guy, he goes from there, or girl, he goes from here to here, and I don't score any points because the card on which I landed does not feature any focal tree, any fountain, or bench, and this is the only thing that's scored on this specific setup. So here I am having a statue, but not having achieved much. So yeah, basically that's the main game. It's beautiful, it's quick, it's easy to learn, there's a lot of tricks. I just really like the gardens. I'm not saying that because I'm making a video and I'm doing this for Grail, but honestly it's a really good game. Just so you know, I'm gonna go really quickly on the additional things that you can find in the game that you will be able to visit as well. You have additional player boards that are used for the landmarks. At the start of the game, you guys decide which setup you will play on because you will all have the same, and then you put them together, the pieces. You had your central tile, and then you have a new board to play on. And as you can see, there's some features on them. It's landscapes. Landscapes are very peculiar cards, and I'm going to showcase to you like really quickly when I put this down again. Landscapes, they look like this. They're cards, like this, which will reward you of different ways. It all depends on the setup you're playing. So, for example, this landscape, when I get it, I score 1 extra point when you score trees during the game. But if it's on the other side, I'm just getting 3 victory points straight up. And how do you get landscapes, you might ask? That's a very good question. Well, to get landscapes, it's basically a race. You have to put a card on the section where there is the landscape, and the first player to do so will get the landscape. So yeah, that's the landscape part. The score tiles, I'm gonna showcase you some of them. Here, for example, we have scoring fountains. I get 1, 3, or 6 points for 1, 2, or 3 fountains in the same column. So you see, it changes. Every game you will have a different garden, and this is where things get interesting. As for the landmarks, I showcase them to you. Some notes that you might need to know. During the chaos, we have to unlock some, things for the game that we'll expand on in our future communication. Then, so check out the socials, check out Discord. David is present a lot on the socials, so I hope you like what we're trying to share with you guys. There's a lot of things coming up for the gardens. We've announced recently a sister game, a roll and ride called A Walk in the Park, that you'll be also you'll also be able to visit, on which I'm very excited to play as well. A lot of things, honestly, a lot of things, and it's happening all very fast. End of August. So yeah, that's the Gardens. I'm really happy to be working on this game, to be able to share it, because we've adapted it on Tabletopia for you guys to play it early, to have already access to it, because we really like this game and we want people to play it. So yeah, I hope this video helped you and teach you how to play the Gardens. I hope you will visit us on Discord and on our landing page to maybe win a pledge. I'll put the link in the video description, and I'll see you there. Bye everyone. This hand, I don't know, both hands. Bye.